Rockeyez would like to welcome Jared James Nichols. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, how are you, Brian? Great to talk to you today.
Man, you are a hot commodity. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
I've been reading and reading and reading. Holy shit. You know,
oh, man.
I mean, you grew up in Wisconsin, moved to L.A., scholarships.
Yeah,
awards.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah.
What more can you ask?
You know what? I guess it's just, it's like a job. You work hard, you do your best, and you hope for the best. And I got a few lucky breaks, and a few cool things happened, and, I'm very grateful for it.
Cool. Berkeley College of Music? Double scholarship?
Yeah, double scholarship to Berkeley when I was 17.
Wow. And competitions, regional runner-up for the Guitar Center 2009 King of Blues guitar competition. You won that. Well, came in, you were up there. And then you also, you won other, awards and stuff like that. Plus you were in a documentary, right?
Yeah. I was in a documentary for a record label out of Chicago, Earwig Music. It was called 6 Generations of the Blues. And I was featured in there. I played with the oldest living bluesman at the time, who had passed now, Honey Boy Edwards. Wow. So, that was an honor in itself.
Cool. And in 2010, you won the Musician Institute Award for Les Paul Guitar Competition, too.
Yeah, they had a tribute for Les Paul, and, you had to play one of his songs, like an ode to Les Paul, and, that was a great moment, being from Wisconsin and living and basically right where Les Paul was from. It was cool to kind of bring that award to Wisconsin.
Cool. You were also in another band called Houndstooth that released one CD, Soul Rockin' in 2010. How was that recording that album?
That was a good experience for me. Basically, that whole Houndstooth experience got me to where I was able to find my own sound. We were playing gigs 3, 4, 5 nights a week, and by the time that it came to record the actual Soul Rockin' recording, I was, the whole band was on fire, and, we had a really good sound going, and basically we did that whole tracking in about 6 hours. Vocals, everything. So it was super quick, but, we were really happy, and it was really organic how that whole recording went. There was no big Pro Tools or big board setups. It was really just at a studio in Milwaukee, just really rootsy, homegrown recording. And it was, it couldn't have been better. It was super fun.
Cool. And you also went to NAMM?
Yep. I went to NAMM a few times now. The past few years, I got to play at a few booths, and I was there for Gibson and D'Addario strings and Black Star amps. But the coolest thing about NAMM was this past January, I got to play at D'Addario's Artist Appreciation Party, and I got to play with Marco Mendoza, Joey Belladonna, Alex Skolnick, and it was we jammed a free song, and it was kind of like one of those things, jam with a bunch of heroes, and it was super awesome to do.
Is it a little bit different than actually playing with them guys, because they're really thrash metal?
It is. You know what though? All that stuff, I feel like all the metal and the blues and the rock, the blues rock and all that stuff, it all comes from the same well of of music. And some people might think that sounds crazy, but at the end of the day, most of the guys that are doing thrash, flat rock and stuff, they can still get down on some classic rock. Whereas, guys in blues rock, we all love the classic rock. So it is different, but it's really cool taking all of their influence and, their sound and what they've built their whole career on, and playing off that. It was an awesome experience, and I'd love to do it anytime.
Cool. You have a new CD, a debut CD coming out July 23rd. Can you tell me anything about that?
Yeah, the Old Glory and the Wild Revival, it's a 5-song EP. The tracks have been written now for about the past 4 months. I was working with a lot of different songwriters trying to get a flow together, to come out with a debut EP. And I ended up meeting up with a guy named Warren Hewitt, who is Aerosmith's engineer. He's worked with bands like The Fray, Augustana, just a bunch of different artists here in Los Angeles. And we sat down, with guitars because he's a guitar player, and we started jamming. And basically, we have the same influence. So, we started coming up with riffs, and these riffs, we were like, wow, that's awesome. This is great. Let's write some songs. And basically, over the course of about 2 weeks, we wrote 4 songs on the new EP.
Great.
I would come to him with an idea, or I would come to him with basically the shell of a song, like Take My Hand, or sometimes, and he would just, tweak it or add a little minor thing where, just in the right spots, and basically that's how it was recorded. We got together these songs. I got them together with my group, my drummer, my bass player, and we went in the studio and we just cranked them out, and we just tried to deliver like a real kind of raw, just version of these songs that's, it's dirty, it's not polished, it is what it is. That's how it came out.
Great. My favorite song is Sometimes. I love that song.
You love that one?
Oh, yeah.
And that was literally like, 2 takes.
Uh-huh.
One take to get the tones, another take to have safety. And the best part about the whole thing is all those tracks we recorded them straight to tape.
Right.
So that was a fun experience to do something that, I didn't know if I'd ever be able to do.
Cool. When I'm listening to the tracks, I get a feeling of Bad Company for some reason.
Yeah.
I said, man, Paul Rogers, it's kind of like that tempo type stuff, but I mean a little bit more bluesier, but still that soulful sound that Bad Company had back in the day.
Oh, I love that song. I mean, that that's a compliment to me and an honor, because I mean that stuff to me is some of the greatest blues rock between the free stuff and all the English stuff and like Bad Company, of course, those slow tempo burners. I always love those. Definitely.
Cool. And you're off on tour too. You're going to be playing Sturgis. I mean, with ZZ Top, Hailstorm, Kid Rock, the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. This past December, I did a Long Beach motorcycle event, and I just so happened to get the opportunity through Gibson Guitars to play a guitar designed for the Sturgis Buffalo Chip. They actually built a guitar with all the logos on it and stuff, and I played it through a custom motorcycle built by Corey Ness.
Wow.
So I go to Long Beach to play, and little do I know, like the big founding fathers of the Sturgis Buffalo Chip are there hanging out watching me play guitar, and they're part of it. And next thing I know, I'm talking to them, and they're like, how would you like to come play at Sturgis this year? And I'm like, that would be an honor. Little do I know that I look on the website, and I find out from my manager later on that we have gigs opening up for Kid Rock, the Doobie Brothers, on the main stage on August 5th, which is already a sold-out show. We're going to be supporting ZZ Top. We're going to be supporting Tesla and Toby Keith. And just this morning, they got in touch with me, and they told me that they're having a big Legends Ride, which is a charity event that starts in Deadwood, and they want me to come there and do the Star Spangled Banner for the charity. So, I mean, it's just an amazing thing that's kind of happening right now at the whole Sturgis event. It's really opened a lot of doors, and I mean, I can't thank them enough. And it's going to be surreal to play the Chip. It's always been a place that I was like, man, if I can get there,
cool.
We are in business.
Are things coming too fast for you?
No. You know what? It's ever since I was like 14, 15 years old. It's just been a gear up to this. And the way I feel right now is, everything's coming in at its own pace, and I'm just here to accept it. It's not like anything's changing as far as me as a person. I'm still the same guy. Now it's just that instead of playing around the corner, we're actually going to take a tour and go up to Sturgis and do these amazing gigs. And instead of releasing a little song here and there, we got something really nice. So I'm excited, man. I mean, it's not coming too fast. I think it's right on time.
Cool. Is it getting to be a hassle yet that everybody wants a picture with you now?
No, not at all. No, man. I mean, the only thing that's a hassle is that I guess, let's see, that I don't have enough time to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Obviously, it's amazing that people would, that someone would want to take a picture of me, and I I try my best to get back to everyone that emails me now and stuff. But you know, obviously, me, my whole life, I've been a fan of all these musicians, and I've always respected the guys that were really humble and down to earth. And you know, that's just the way it's got to be. But no, there's nothing annoying about that, man. Definitely.
Cool. How about the first time, like, people were starting to ask for your autograph? How was that feeling like?
You know what? It was kind of like a surreal moment. But you know, it came about. I think it started when I was like 17, 18 years old. I was playing around Milwaukee, and we played a big gig at Summerfest.
Uh-huh.
And we were opening for, I think we were opening for like the Derek Trucks, Susan Tedeschi. This is when I was playing with a friend's band. And after the show, there was all these young guys, like, you know, little guitar player kids from like 13 to 16, 17, and they're like, "Wow, man, you're awesome, you know, can we get your autograph, you know?" And I was like, "Wow, this is great." And then it just started kind of piling up after that. And sometimes, you know, I'd rather be on a CD or something, but then it's as simple as something on a napkin or signing a kid's guitar, which is super awesome.
Wow. So, you know, I mean, what was your favorite time in your career so far? Yeah, I mean, you're young yet and stuff like that. Is there anything that really stands out in your mind that really blew you away?
I mean, the things that still blew me away and that blow me away continually are, you know, crowd response. And, you know, the best feeling for me is getting on stage and just seeing people's reaction to the music. You know, I always love playing a big festival and, you know, just being able to play for as many people as I can, and, you know, even people that necessarily aren't fans of, you know, blues rock or rock music necessarily, but they're like, "Wow, this shit is good. I can dig this stuff," you know, and seeing their reaction to it, and, you know, watching people just get, you know, transpired by the music. I guess that's what gets me. And I always recall, you know, my first concerts ever, the first time I ever seen Stevie Ray Vaughan play on TV, or, you know, going to Alpine Valley and watching the Allman Brothers Band, or, you know, stuff like that. I'll never forget those moments. You know, those really caught on to me and, you know, kind of shaped where I wanted to go.
Cool. Now, what are you looking for in music at this time? Are you looking for more record deals, or are you looking to tour? What are you up to?
You know, basically right now, the way it looks, we just got this new EP done. We're going to be getting on the road. I just want to start touring. I want to get around. Like I said, I want to play for as many people as I can. You know, I really want to spread this EP, and, you know, this is just the start of how many songs we have together and, you know, where I want to take it. I mean, basically I want to take it as far as I can go, but in this near moment, I just want to get on the road, and I want to start playing for the people because, you know, I got some songs and I got some stuff to share, and you know, now is the right time, and I feel that a lot of people now are kind of craving real music again, you know, stuff that's not pretentious, and, you know, just original music, and you know, I feel like I could be a great commodity to that wealth pool.
Cool. Now, if you were playing like a really big venue and stuff like that, in your mind, what would you want on your tour rider as something special?
Well, could you repeat that?
If you were out on a big venue and you know, you had a tour rider where you could ask for anything you wanted, what would it be?
Oh man, I guess, you know what? A big venue, a big rider. Oh, that's a tough question. You know, it would have to be something really cool. Let's see here. Man, that's a good one. You know, all I want is I want a really good meal, and I want I want a nice comfy bed to sleep in. I'm trying to think. You know, man, it would have to be, the tour rider would just have to be something as simple as a big T-bone steak and ice cold bottle of Jack Daniels.
Cool.
I think we'd be okay.
Cool. Is there any special person that you would like to, you know, go out on tour with if you had your choice?
Oh man, as of the moment, I mean, if I could go out on tour with any of the guys that inspired me to play, I would be honored. You know, anyone from, you know, like the Allman Brothers now, or go out on the road with ZZ Top, or, you know, Government Mule, George Thorogood, any of those kind of guys, I would be inspired to to go out on the road with. But you know, it depends. It's all about, you know, the inspiration and the billing and if it feels good. But like I said, any of my heroes, it would be amazing to do.
Great. Now, your first guitar that you ever got, was it a gift?
Yeah.
Or did you pick it up, or what
You know,
was it? And whatever.
Okay, our first guitar, it was an old, shitty acoustic.
Uh-huh.
You know, like a run-of-the-mill beginner guitar from the mid-'80s. It was in my closet at home. It had been sitting there for years. And originally, I wanted to be a drummer.
Uh-huh.
You know, I wanted to have that rhythm, and I wanted to rock out like that. But the drums, you know, my parents were, oh no, it's going to be way too loud. You know, we can't have him running around here playing drums all day.
Right.
So they said, you know, you should switch to guitar. You know, we have that guitar in the closet, and I was like, God, everybody plays guitar. I don't want to play guitar. Yeah, and the next thing I know, I start picking it up, and I'm trying to learn like a few little like riffs, like all kids do. You know, the first thing I ever learned was like, I think it was like Electric Funeral by Black Sabbath. You know, the main riff to that, or you know, but it was on this old acoustic. You know, I think it had like 3 strings on it, the 3 low strings.
Uh-huh.
You know, completely out of tune, never been. You know, the wood was all cracked and stuff. But, you know, once I learned a few riffs, I got an electric with like a mini amp, like a starter pack.
Right.
It was like a Washburn X series, it was called. And I found the button that had the distortion on it. And I think from that moment on, I was hooked. That's all it took.
Cool. Now, endorsements. What do you have up?
For endorsements, my first endorsement I got was the D'Addario Strings.
Right.
And Planet Waves. I got that through the Les Paul contest. That was one of the big prizes along with it. And through that, I've been able to maintain a really good relationship with D'Addario. They rock. And I use Black Star amps, which are the handmade, like, boutique artisans. They're out of England.
Right.
Super great, loud, ballsy amps. And then Gibson guitars, obviously. Gibson and Epiphone. Right now, I play an old vintage Gibson, but I've used countless Gibsons, you know, recording and on the road and all that stuff. I used Seymour Duncan pickups.
Uh-huh.
So I met Seymour Duncan and them at South by Southwest this past year, and I've been using that stuff since the beginning, and, you know, that's awesome that, you know, they're hooking me up with stuff. It's T-Rex effects, so like pedals on stage.
Right.
They make great stuff. I mean, I love it. And that's it for basic guitar stuff.
Cool.
And microphones, we take Blue microphones on the road. We did a recording session at a place called the House of Rock in Santa Monica, which is the first song on the record, Blackfoot, was cut there. And basically we recorded it on all these Blue microphones, and you know, the company's like, hey, why don't you take some of my mics on the road? Next thing you know, we're just outfitted with Blue stuff. So, but that's it.
Cool. Very cool. Well, Jared, you know, it was great talking to you. You know, it just seems like just talking to a friend, and very pleasurable.
Hey, man, you bet. And I'll be sending you some stuff in the mail with a cool thumb pick.
Oh, thanks.
That I use.
Thanks.
Because I don't use a guitar pick like all those recordings and stuff. That's just all fingers, you know?
Cool.
So, but I do use a thumb pick on the Dobro, and I'll be sending you one of those for sure.
Okay, cool. Well, I thank you very much. And would you like to say anything in conclusion?
Basically, I would just love to say, you know, that I hope everyone digs the new EP, the Old Glory and the Wild Revival, and I hope to see everyone when we're on tour this next year supporting it.
Cool. Thanks very much, man.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, man.
You too. Bye-bye.